Hello, everybody. Glad to have you here for another episode of the Audacious Explorer. We are here today with Tanja Seetzen, your style and business coach. Hi, Tanja.
Hi, Anka. How are you?
I'm very, very well. Very nice to meet you. We had a chance to exchange a little bit, and I already became very interested in what you are doing. So I'm looking very, very forward to our talk.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And I'm looking forward to all your questions.
Well, I'm gonna shoot right away.
Okay.
So tell me how you got to become a style and business coach.
Oh, it really took me a long while, but long it's always like how much time you really consider, right? So for me, it was more like even when I was small and a little child, I wanted to do something really creative. So I really wanted to go out and do something colorful and change a little bit colorful the world. And so, but it was not meant for me to be in fashion or design from the beginning on when I stepped into the professional career. So I had to deal with a lot of things which were like, being captivated in an office where you can't do creative things. And usually the people who worked with me were not so creatively working. So it was a little bit like tough. Not following my dreams, not being where I want to be. And so it always came back to me that people were asking me things regarding makeup, things regarding what they ought to wear, all this stuff, always coming back to me. And even people said to me, like, you have to do something else. So go for it. And I was like, yeah, well, maybe, all the thoughts we have. So, it took me like 2 years ago, like when I decided, okay, now it's time to do that. And first of all, I was just doing styling and then also websites. And so a lot of time people ask me for advice, a lot of times, and I help them really to find the powerful questions and to get to the answers and all the stuff. So I was doing it without being aware of what I'm really doing. So that, people ask me all the time things. And so I then decided, okay, finally it's time now we combine this. Even if it looks from the outside a little bit like strange, but people said to me, you know what? It was so obvious that you're doing this. So go for it, do it. And so now I combine two passions, like passion working with people and helping them. And also like, okay, what can I do when the inside is working, what we can do on the outside?
Yeah. So basically, you told me that you went also through website design. What was that job, the job that was keeping you constrained?
So the jobs, they keep me constrained. There were several ones because I didn't jump out just of one. I tried it several times, I have to say. So one was like being in sales. So it was not web design related so much. Then I was also in e-commerce and in online marketing. And in online marketing, of course, I had more to do with the website. But besides my main job, I also started to do this for other female entrepreneurs because they came to me and asked me, and so it all started somehow. Yeah, so it was a little bit style related, but in a digital way.
Yeah. And that I imagine that was great for you because actually when you were ready to go on your own, you had all the background to put everything into place.
Yes, it was absolutely, because I studied information technology and design. And so for me, it was really good that I can use what I learned, and I also like to do it. But it was more like when you like talking about zone of genius and zone of excellence, I was more in the zone of excellence all the time. And so by saying, you know what, now I am a style and business coach. Yeah, that's me, and this is what I'm doing. And then I finally could open up and do more about it. But sometimes I still do websites. It depends on who asks and where they need help.
Yeah, it's very funny. I was so grateful when Marie Forleo talked about multi-passionate entrepreneurs because I was like, yes, finally we can breathe.
Yeah, but from the outside, when you talk to people who are not maybe in our online universe, in our online space, people always like, yeah, but you know what? You have to decide. You have to go for one thing. And I said, no, I don't have to. No, there's no need, stuff like that. So,
yeah. It takes a lot of courage, though, to be able to say, hey, you know what? This is who I am. I understand where you are coming from. This is the society that is speaking, but I'm choosing my way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Cool. I also had a question. So I saw on your on your website Audrey Hepburn, right? So is she like an inspiration to you?
Absolutely, she is. I recently went to an exhibition in the Hague in the Netherlands to see an exhibition about Givenchy, who designed her clothes, even the famous dress from Breakfast at Tiffany's. Yeah. So, and she is an icon for me, not because she was such a famous actress. It's more also about her whole appearance, her whole personality, because she was there, she was present without, being the one screaming from the rooftop that she is a great actress. She was just there in such an elegant way, which is also something where I believe in to do my business in, that I'm doing that in that way. This is also what I help my clients to step into it. And as I'm a big fan of the city, New York City, so of course everything comes together. And so she is, for me, like a symbol of how I want to do my business, because it's an elegant, feminine way without being the loudest in the room, but you are present and people will just know you and remember you. And that's important. So this is why I love her, and I love to integrate her for my next workshop.
For your next workshop?
Yes, because I'm doing a live workshop in New York for 2 days for 6 female entrepreneurs. And this is Audrey inspired, because we want to do our business the Audrey inspired way, and therefore we will work together for 2 days. And this includes everything, like how you go out there, the mindset, the styling, the website. So that's the whole presence is in line with what you're doing, and it's good about it.
It's very interesting because it sounds like you are doing really the inner and the outer work, and also the very tangible business side.
Yes. Yeah. Because I'm a big fan and believer of that it has to match together, that it has to be a perfect fit, the inside and outside, because sometimes people say, yeah, but styling is so superficial. And I say, well, it's always a thing of how you see things. Like, for example, on a bad day when you really don't feel good at all. So then when you jump into your one of the favorite outfits you have and you just feel back again good, the outfit really did a great job. That's wonderful, and that's important to know it, and it's important what you can also express with what you're wearing. And it's not the idea of I have to wear just high-end fashion designers. Not at all. But it really makes a difference when you step up in the morning and say, okay, I want to do business today and I want to have a successful day, that you are also dressed up for this. And this can be in something which you really love to wear and which is also business related. Without wearing a suit. It's no need of wearing a suit.
Yeah, I'm also thinking of something that some other people are doing, which basically is preparing themselves for success by impersonating the person, that the character, the business woman that they want to become.
Yes, it is. For example, even when you see Marie Folio, of course, she has a team of stylists behind her and all the stuff. And so she is always dressed up in a certain way, which matches absolutely to everything. But for example, when you see, for example, Steve Jobs, he made it quite simple. He just chose jeans, the turtleneck, and the running shoes. I mean, for us women, okay, we choose more. But he did it to simplify things for him. And he did it just to be present and be there without thinking about what do I have to wear when I go on stage. It was his signature look. And, it's not necessary to have a big wardrobe, a big closet full of everything. It's just a matter of that you have the right things in there and they support you in your business. Because, for example, when you choose, okay, today is the day where I want to wear my favorite dress, and This dress is also for me made when I talk to a client and I want to win him or her as a paying client. That's the best thing that you can do because you feel so ready to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Has it happened to you? So I imagine that you are accompanying your clients to define the style that they feel most comfortable with, right?
Yes.
And that's also helping them stand in their power and basically harness more self-confidence.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Does it happen that sometimes people go for an outfit that is really not the way to go for or like to wear?
It can happen for sure. So the thing is, what I always say is like, okay, I give you the tools, the choices, and then what you do in the end is your decision, that you have to make a decision. And people come back to me, for example, even when they decide, okay, it's time to dress up in the morning, when they want to do business. And for example, when during winter time, usually sitting the whole time at home, you're freezing when you're sitting at a desk and all this stuff. So you have to make sure that you are dressed up, but not maybe dressed up in a blanket. And so, people really like putting things on, but it didn't benefit. And so, yeah, it can happen. It's a matter of fact. So, but I'm not here to say, okay, this is what I told you, No. It's more like I am glad when they realized that this was not the best choice for them because it didn't benefit them. So, for example, from last year, I had the experience that I found a sweater back from years ago. And I was wearing this sweater when I was absolutely in a very bad phase of my life. Things were changing, upside down, all this stuff. And when I really went and wear this sweater, and I could feel how it was really like a big weight on my shoulders. Mm-hmm. So because we attach emotions to what we're wearing, it's important to be aware of, okay, today was not a good day. Okay, why? What do I attach to this outfit? Is there anything going on? And if yes, it has to go because it's absolutely not you anymore.
Yeah.
So that's important.
Yeah, that's very important. And being able to declutter and create a space for new things, right? And for a new identity, mostly if you are working a lot on mindset.
Yeah, it is. And it's not necessary that you need a big budget or something. It's more like really getting clear, getting focused, and be present.
What is your main motivation to do the kind of work that you are carrying out?
The main motivation is that I got already so many moments where I could see and feel how I can help others with my knowledge, what I'm doing, the whole work. So I always so into helping others. It's not that I'm a people pleaser or something. No, for me, it's more like I know my value and I know how to give this to others. And this is my main motivation to go out there and to tell them, okay, here's my umbrella. This is what I can offer you. What would you like to have of that? And this is what I love most because the impact you can have while working with others is amazing. It's just amazing what we can create when we go out and be able to do that. And this is also when I realized that I have that gift and I can do this, it's even more fun.
Yeah. Was it a specific moment when you realized that what you want to do?
It was, I think, 2 years ago when it was a question by a friend and I helped her to find even the right outfit with the right questions and everything. And she was so happy about it. So it was not a certain client of mine. So it was really that moment where I was like, yeah, that's amazing. And even last week, I had such an amazing session with a client. It was like, yeah, that's amazing, so that you can keep the excitement as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And when you feel that you're providing value, that kind of fuels and gives you even more power and more confirmation that you are exactly there where you need to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I understand that business-wise, you kind of transcended from having more of a stable office job into becoming self-employed, right? It
Yes.
wasn't like now I'm gonna quit my job and then I'm gonna figure it out.
I did it twice that I really say I quit my job and I don't have a new one. But always in that moment, looking back, of course, looking back, we are always smarter than before.
Yeah.
There were already the chances to do that, but I didn't step into my courage. I didn't dare myself to do it. And so the last time when I decided, okay, now I will do it, I was in a corporate job, but just for 6 months. And I knew, okay, now it's time. If I don't do it now, it's now or never. But my luck was that I could keep this project as an external resource. And so it was a little bit easier to step out of everything and build up the rest.
Yeah, I think that's... Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, it was just a matter of, okay, here's the possibility. It's a silver one. Take it.
Yeah. And it's good to live from a safe place and the safe haven, because then there is now, you don't have this pressure of, oh my God, I really have to create like an income or financial stability for myself. And you have the time to enjoy what you are doing and just go with the flow. Yeah,
it helps in the beginning, but we also have always to be aware of that we always pay a price. For example, when I had still my corporate client, he occupied a lot of my time during the week. So I had to do a lot afterwards, or even say, okay, I'm not going out with my friends because I have to work, stuff like this. I mean, it was all worth it. That's not the point, but we always pay a price. Even now I'm not with a corporate client or everything. So the business is always going up and down, up and down. And I know this because my parents had a restaurant for 30 years. And yeah, I know the ups and downs.
How do you deal with that? They are part of the game, you say, yeah. And how do you deal with that? Because for many entrepreneurs, I don't know if for many entrepreneurs, for many people who want to become entrepreneurs, there is a lot of fear around that because you no longer have a paycheck that is coming in every month.
Yes, there is. And even when I talk to people who do this now for like 20 years, 10 years, you know, the fear of things can go upside down or the money is not coming in. The fear somehow will always be around. So you will never get completely rid of it. And even if I want to, it's not possible because there will be always thoughts, because even in the beginning, you have to figure out so much, like you need a tax account, you need like this and that and this, and you have to pay those people if they do something for you, even if you don't get the money in. And so you are now responsible for everything, and in the corporate world, you know, someone else did it. And that's the thing. I think in the beginning, before I started, I never realized everything in details, because maybe then it would have been too scary for me, you know. But that's a good thing that we didn't know this before. And I see during that times that it's important to speak about it. And not to hide your feelings, because otherwise it will end in depressions. I just talked to a friend about it. She does a therapy due to her depressions, and she's also self-employed. And for me right now, I can see who are my true friends, because my friends usually are in the corporate world. And so even there, people are supporting me, listen to what I say, even when times are going upside down. Or even when I said, you know what, this month I can't go out, I can't afford spending that much money on dinner, it was okay for them. But you just have to communicate that. They can't read your mind. And sometimes it's also like feeling a little bit guilty or something of it. That you think, oh my God, I didn't do enough, and that's why it's not running like it should be. But there are so many factors which you can't influence, which you absolutely can't, you know, it's life happening to you. So there are so many factors where you say, oh my God, sometimes, I don't know, the client decided to go to work with you, and in the next minute they decided not. So that can happen. And I know this, I also know this, and it's pretty bad. And what helps me is like really writing my mindset journal, to meditate, and also to talk to friends and family about it. Because just to let them know, this is what's going on, this is what's happening, and that's my life. And yeah, that's important, not always to keep everything for yourself, because it's quite a tricky thing, and the line is pretty thin between being very strong and being down there, you know, and ending up in depression. It can be really fast.
Yeah. I used to call this autoflagellation.
Yeah.
The line is really, really thin. You don't know if, am I lazy or am I doing something really wrong? Or is it that I have to like just give in and accept the fact that I can't control everything, and that I actually took this step, this leap of faith, because something else than having stability and security is more important. And that is freedom, for example, for me.
Yeah.
And I want to celebrate the fact that for me and for other entrepreneur friends, a lot of vulnerability came out throughout this path. And I think it's beautiful. It's beautiful because there is this space where people can be less than perfect and be human and connect from that space. Yeah.
It is. Even last weekend, I talked to friends who are also entrepreneurs. And one of them is like an entrepreneur for like 10 years. And she said that she knows there are still ups and downs after 10 years. So it's not an illusion to say, oh my God, if I survive the first year, then everything will be better. No, you will have bigger challenges. You will have other issues. So when you say, yes, I want to be an entrepreneur, so you say yes to every challenge that's coming your way, every challenge. And but you also always get the chance to grow in that challenge. And also by showing who you are, showing that you are also sometimes crying at home, you know, and thinking about, oh, do I not doing enough, and all the thoughts. I mean, we are so trained to always be like, we want to be the best, ambitious, and all the stuff. And instead of saying, okay, now I'm satisfied with my effort and performance, we always like, oh my God, the others are doing so much better. And the entrepreneurship is really a good teacher for not caring about the others, not at all. I mean, I don't say don't care about your friends. It's more about like, don't care about if others are 5 steps ahead or not. You never know the story. You never know what they did before or how they get to that point. And yeah, so even last weekend we had the discussion about it, and everyone said that you are more successful when you just say, I don't care, I just do my thing. And this also is related to with whom you want to work and what you want to do, because you can do a lot of market research and all this stuff, and for sure there are things where people would say, yeah, it's so easy to earn money with that, but if it's not your thing, it will be tricky.
Yeah, absolutely. There are many people who are successful, and I think that they are successful mostly because they are resilient. Yeah, as you were saying, it's impossible for things to always be only up. And I think there would be no benefit in that, because it's mostly in the downsides that you actually refine who you are and become closer to who you want to become.
Yeah.
And that's the reason it is truly killing the vibe.
It is. For example, I had a client, she's over 50. She's married, and she asked me how I did my business and all the stuff. And she said honestly to me that sometimes because she has a husband and they have a business together where money is coming from, she's not doing so much for the business she really wants to have. You know, it's like when you have the decision to make, okay, this is the one thing, money's coming in, and that's the one thing, oh, I have to spend money first.
Yeah.
So, and she said sometimes the trigger is missing to do more, to step finally into the power, just do it. So of course, sometimes when things are going upside down, and I also like say, oh my God, it would be so nice that someone would pay my bills that I don't have to care about. But in the end, I learn more from that, doing it on my own, facing the challenge, saying, okay, what I can do now, where are my possibilities, instead of like, oh yeah, my husband will pay that. It's like that. So there are always pros and cons in between. So.
And you discover a lot of resourcefulness when you are basically trying things out.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I wanted to ask you, what does business success look like for you if you were to paint the picture?
Yes. I have two things, like being able to cover all my costs, and being able to work with amazing people is one part of this success. And I see more my success in really helping others with what I can give. So it's nice to get the money, but to be able to celebrate the money, be excited about it, this is my thing, that I have given something before, and I have given something to others who really changed something for them. So I could really create an impact and a change for them. That's where I see my success.
Yeah, it's extremely rewarding. Absolutely. I think that financial stability is important, but it's extremely rewarding when you see the kind of impact that you are doing and when you are actually paid to be yourself. I remember I cried the first time I listened to that. Yeah. Cool. You were talking about rewards. What else do you find rewarding in your business?
For me, also rewarding is that I am the owner of my time. That's a big reward, that I am rewarded by taking this big leap, this big faith leap, that I am rewarded with working on my terms, working in my time, my schedule, my structure. And also that if I have an idea, I can go for it. I don't have to ask someone else to get a permission, like in my former jobs. And this is really rewarding. And I also tend in the beginning not to really enjoy the reward, not to see the benefits of, for example, like, oh my God, I can go out, just have a coffee outside, and not waiting until my work is finished.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of rewarding things around, even like, for example, we are connected or connecting to others, people who are on in my life for so many years now. They are just like for several months maybe. So that we have the chance by being an online entrepreneur to connect worldwide with people. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. And probably traveling too now, because you were telling me that you are going to New York.
Yeah. It's also part of my passion and part of myself, that I also I want to see the world, and that's why I love to travel, and I want to, more connect to people. I'm not so the person who's always into sightseeing and I have to see everywhere. Now I want to see what the culture is, who the people are, and learn more about them and also about myself, because I traveled a lot on my own. And then you have the chance even more to learn about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that idea about traveling. That's what my business is also all about. Travel to master your mind and to master your soul. Yeah. One last question is about the business system. So many entrepreneurs, many freelancers, they have a system that they use, and they know that, for example, that is the best way to go about generating leads or getting clients. Do you have something like that? And what is your safest bet for a business?
Now, sometimes it's surprising that people come on unexpected ways to me. But one of the ways I always love to do is like giving people the chance to see how I work, that they can experience it in a strategy session, for example, with me, before they, have to decide if they want to work with me or not. So I put working experience before signing up a client, so that people really have the chance, okay, that's me, this is what you can get, this is how I work, and if you want to work with me, you will see and you will find the decision. So for me, it's more going out, also doing Facebook Lives and strategy sessions is more things which are aligned with me. So I'm not the person who do cold calling, not at all. That's not me. So I am more like, okay, I show up what you can give, and I give you all my value, and then you can decide if you are seeing the value inside of me, and that you want to play with me and work with me.
Yeah, yeah. So it's more relationship based.
Yes, yes. So I also learned when I was in a sales job like 8-9 years ago that, you know, just calling people out of the blue and do the cold calling. But for me, it was more like, why should I contact this person? Why? What would be her reason to talk to me? If she doesn't know me, she doesn't know me what I have to offer. And so for me, it's more important that the people see what I have to offer, even, you know, sharing things and masterclasses in my group, that people really see, okay, that's what she can give me. And I feel that's time to work with her, and it's fine.
Yeah, yeah. I think that coaching is such a human thing that cold calling. I don't know. Maybe it works for some people, but yeah, the human component is very, very important in coaching.
Yes, and I always see it like, how would I love to be trained as a client? And I also don't like that people, for example, send me a message and saying, "Hey, jump on a call with me." Why?
Yeah.
You know, who are you? Why should I do this? And these are like strategies which I absolutely don't like, but everyone has to do or make the decision on their own if this is okay for them. For me, it's not in line with me. So yeah, I know I'm more like, even when I go to events or something, I tell the people what I can give, what is my gift to the world, what is my value. And so if they remember me, they will call me.
Yeah. Yeah, leading through the value that you're creating. Absolutely. Yeah. Cool. Thank you very much, Tanja. It was really, really lovely talking to you. I will, if there is anything that you would like to add, I will post your website here so people can know where they can find you.
Oh, perfect. And yeah, like next week, I will do a challenge in my group, a challenge about because we are all about creating content. But it's also time to reuse it and how to do it and how you can go from a video to all the different content you want to share. This is what the challenge in the group is all about.
Yeah, I posted the link to your Facebook group just a second because I added a 4 there, but this is the link in the comments.
Yeah, perfect.
And also people can find you on Instagram at Tanja Seetzen. Cool. Thank you very much, Tanja. It was really, really lovely. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your beautiful energy. And yeah.
Thanks, Anja, for this really amazing opportunity. It was so lovely. I think we could go on now for hours, but yeah. We also have to get back to work.
Exactly. There are so many people to serve.
Yeah. And sunshine is waiting for us as well, you know, it's springtime.
True. Okay, thank you very much and enjoy a happy day.
Thank you, you too. Bye.
Bye.